morning friends, welcome to Adda 24/7. We are in selection series for MCQ and we are in the topic of BFM, and today's topic is numericals on Ultima Z Score. Very difficult topic, Ultima Z Score, and it is sure to be there in the exam. Be sure about it. There is no CAIIB exam in which Ultima Z Score is not asked. Okay, so it is asked in both ABM also and BFM also, so you can use this lecture for both. Okay, so let's start without wasting the time. So what is the schedule? See here, schedule is, first I will be discussing what is the meaning of Ultima Z Score. Secondly, we will be discussing the details of the Z Score, and then we will be doing the case study numerical. Okay, so very important schedule, very tight schedule. Roughly 20 to 25 minutes it'll take, and follow this completely. Let's start. What is Ultima Z Score? Firstly, tell me, when you are financing any company, okay, in your bank, many of you are working in the loans, right? So if you are working in the loans, and if I tell you tomorrow that this company is going to be bankrupt in next 12 months, this company is going to be bankrupt in next 12 months. So will you finance that company? Will you ever finance that company? Type yes in the comment section if you will finance, or no in the comment section. In next 12 months, this company is going to be bankrupt. Let it be anything, XYZ. Let's say I say that XYZ ice factory, it has come to you for loan, good turnover, everything is good, but it is going to be bankrupt. So will you finance it? Definitely not, isn't it? You won't finance it. Why? Because you know in 12 months it's going to be an NPA. Then why do I finance it? So how will I know whether any company is going to be bankrupt in the near future or not? To know it, here we have Ultima Z Score. The rating model combines financial ratios using reported accounting instructions and equity values to forecast the probability of a company entering into bankruptcy within a 12-month period. So this is very important. It will give you a right direction, right clear picture whether the company is going to be bankrupt in next 12 months. This model is known as Ultima Z Score. Now Ultima was a person. Okay, the details are over here. The model was developed by American finance professor Edward Altman in 1968 as a measure of financial stability of the companies. So importantly, what is the main point over here? This model gives you the probabilities. Here, nobody can predict the exact bankruptcy or exact boom of any company. It's all probability based. So this model gives you the highest probability whether any company will be bankrupt or not. So equity values, what does it study? It studies accounting instructions. Accounting instructions means whatever entries are there in the accounting, and equity values, the share values. So both the things are studied in Ultima Z Score. So accounting instructions and equity values to forecast the probability of the company entering into bankruptcy in next 12 months, right? So the Ultima Z Score has been widely used and trusted measure of financial distress. Distress means here it mainly gives you the doomsday period. Means when this company will be bankrupt. Any company it can be. So it's better that you have some instructions, some clear picture as to what is going to happen for any company, isn't it? If you know some company is going to be bankrupt, then there are two things. Okay, forget this financing. Suppose if I ask you tomorrow, buy some shares of this company, and this company is going to be bankrupt in next 12 months. So will you buy the shares of those companies? So that's why Ultima Z Score is useful for both investment as well as finance. Okay, very clear now? Here, again I am repeating, because this is an important question in exam. It gives you the probability of the company entering into bankruptcy in next 12 months. Very important. Okay, the Ultima Z Score is the formula for determining whether the company, notably in manufacturing space. Now this comes as a question to you. Ultima Z Score is mainly useful for whom? Ultima Z Score is mainly useful for manufacturing space. Manufacturing means all these car companies, or Reliance. Reliance means Reliance is in various things now. This is oil, let's say oil manufacturing. Okay, so they are in oil refining actually. So this is also comes under manufacturing only. Car companies, any cement companies, any company which is in the manufacturing space. So this Z score gives you the formula whether the company notably in manufacturing space is heading towards bankruptcy. The formula takes into account the profitability, leverage, liquidity, solvency and activity ratios. Now what do you mean by this? Profitability means, remember, whether this company is profitable or not. For profitability we always have to calculate 2-3 things. One is net profit and gross profit. Two important parameters, net profit and gross profit. Okay. There are also other parameters like PE ratio, EPS, earning per share, overall profitability, but important is its gross and net. Okay. Leverage means how much leverage this company is taking. Leverage means the point over here is whether this company has taken a huge loans. That is also shown over here. Liquidity, how liquid this company is. Liquid means does this company have the money to pay immediate things, immediate payments. Solvency and liquidity mean roughly one and the same. It's not exactly the same, but roughly one and the same. If a company is liquid, then it is generally solvent. Okay. And activity ratios. Activity means what? Turnover ratios. These turnover ratios can be of debtor turnover. These turnover ratios can be of inventory turnover. Anything. So this is basically profitability, leverage, liquidity, solvency and activity. Remember, any company who's having the activity ratios lesser. Let me ask you one question. Let's say, okay, let's talk about this activity ratio because this is also a part of your CAIIB studies. In activity ratio, let's say if my debtor turnover ratio DTR is, let's say, more, let's say it is 6. So is this good? Or if my DTR is 2, which is a good one? DTR equals to 6 is good for the company, or DTR equals to 2 is good for the company? Type fast in the comment section. Just type 6 or 2. Let me see. DTR equals to 6 or DTR equals to 2. Which is a good one? Just type 6 or 2. Okay, it is 6. Correct. 6 is the right answer because more debtor turnover ratio means more the debtors are paying you. So 6 means 2 months, average 2 months. So it means debtors are paying you on an average in 2 months. So it's a good sign. If this DTR is 12, then what will I say? It is the best thing for me. It means what? These debtors are paying to me in every 1 month, isn't it? So that is the point, that is the meaning over here. Okay. So DTR, the more DTR is, the better it is for the company. Okay. Solvency, see this. Again, I'll discuss some points regarding this liquidity and solvency. Liquidity and solvency ratios are mainly concerned about current assets and liquid assets. Okay. These two are the main points about liquidity and solvency. Okay. Leverage, how much loans this company has taken. The company can take the loans in short term as well as long term. Long term loans are means we know through this debt coverage ratio, right? So debt coverage ratio, we understand whether this company is taken huge loans as compared to its equity. Okay, from here you come to know. Even leverage you come to know from current assets also. Current asset, current liabilities, current ratio. You will get it some idea about this in short term whether the leverage is okay or not. Okay. So now let's come back to this Ultima Z scores point. See here, if Ultima Z score is coming less than 1.8, then it's a bankruptcy, sure shot chance of bankruptcy. It's a crisis situation. If Ultima Z score is between 1.8 to 3, it is gray area, heading towards bankruptcy. It may be bankrupt, may not be. And if it is greater than 3, then it is safe and sound company. Now what do you mean by this? Here, when it is 1.8 to 3, always remember, if I take some measures, some simple measures, okay, then my company can be saved from the bankruptcy. But if it is less than 1.8, then I have to take the drastic measures. Drastic means Huge changes, very huge changes. Okay, that I have to make the changes over here. Here I have some headroom, I have some time. Okay, so again remember this point, mainly from this slide, manufacturing space, second less than 1.8, bankruptcy, 1.8 to 3 gray area, and greater than 3 safe and sound company. Okay, now before going ahead, download Adda 24/7 app on your mobile. In this app you will be getting all the premium study materials plus live classes, ebooks, tests, everything. Okay, you will get all the things required for clearing CAIIB as well as JIB. Not only C, it is for JIB also. In fact, for all the banking exams this app is useful. You can download it for each and everything. Okay, tell your friends also who are not in banking, there it is useful for them also. Okay, now what is the Z score? Let's solve the case study. See here, the Z score formula is Z equals to 1.2a plus 1.4b plus 3.3c plus 0.6d plus 1e. These figures and these weightages, this is called as weightage. 1.2, 1.4, 3.3, all these are weightages, weightage. Okay, these weightages you have to remember. You can't write 1.2 to C and 3.3 to A. No, you have to write 1.2 to A, 1.4 to B, 3.3 to C, then to 0.6 to D and 1 to E. So you have to follow the same sequence. You can't change the sequence of weightage and the ratios. Now what is this? Weightage is okay. 1.2, 1.4, 3.3, 0.6 and 1. But what about this ABCDE? These ABCDE are the ratios given below. Look at these ratios. A equals to working capital upon total assets. Now your working capital means net working capital, net. Okay, net. How do you find net working capital? Tell me fast. What is net working capital? Everyone, net working capital equals to current assets minus current liabilities. That is net working capital. So A equals to working capital upon total assets. What is B? Retained earnings upon total assets. Now what is retained earnings? Retained earnings can be called as reserves and surplus, R&S. Okay, upon total assets. Look at this, one peculiarity about all these ratios you see, A, B, C and E, everyone is denominator is total assets, total assets, total assets, total assets. Only D is total liabilities. Okay, so B is what? Retained earnings, reserves and surplus upon total assets. What about C? EBIT, earning before interest and taxation. So EBIT means what? It is net profit. Okay, net profit before interest and taxation. This is also called as, another name is called as operating profit. Always remember, other name for this is operating profit. Okay, so operating profit or EBIT. Okay, so EBIT upon total assets, again total assets. Okay, D is what? Market value of equity. Now what do you mean by market value of equity? It is basically, what do you mean by value? See here, this is similar to that of the PE ratio, price to earning ratio, but there is a difference in this, because here it means market value of equity means how many number of shares into price per share. So this is the meaning of this market value, price per share. Okay, so this is the meaning of market value of equity. Number of shares is multiplied. In P, what do? We take only price per share, price to earning, P and then earning. Okay, but D is what? Market value of equity upon total liabilities. E is what? Sales upon total assets. See, the sales is a major part of turnover. What did we say earlier? What does it take into account? Turnover. Let's see this. Profitability, leverage, liquidity, solvency and activity, right? So look at this. Profitability, earning before taxation. Liquidity, right? Liquidity means it comes from retained earnings. And working capital. Okay. Similarly, this market value of equity and sales. So this is the activity ratio. So how do you define this now? Remember this. A is working capital upon total assets. B is retained earnings upon total assets. C is EBIT. Fourth is market value of equity upon total liabilities. Only D is different. And E is sales upon total assets. So in any case you have to remember this. There is no option. I'll tell you one hint. 1.2, 1.4 is 2.6. 2.6 plus 6, 0.6 is 3.2. See, this is similar to 3.2. Okay, and this 1 you can add it, 3.2 plus 1, 3.3. Okay, so something like that logic you can apply. After all, you have to remember it in your own way. You can't nobody can force you, or nobody can tell you how to remember it. It's up to your own thinking and your own level. Okay, so generally what do? I remember it 1.2 plus 1.4, 2.6, 2.6 plus 0.6, 3.2, 3.2 plus 0.1, 3.3. So it is 3.3. So this way I remember these figures. Similarly, you can also apply your own method, whatever you can. Okay, let's start. See this. Total case study is total assets are 30 million. Current assets are 12 million. Current liabilities are 8 million. Total liabilities 50 million. Reserves are 1 million. EBIT 7 million. Sales 8 million. Equity 7 million. And calculate the Z score. Now let's start with one by one. 1.2a, right? What is A? Working capital upon total assets, right? What is working capital? Working capital is net working capital, NWC we call it. So what is current asset minus current liabilities? See this, 12 minus 8, so 4 million, right? So 4 million upon total assets. What are the total assets? Total assets is given over here. See this, total assets 30 million. So my write it 30 million. It is 3 or 30? Yeah, 30 it is. This should be over here. Okay, so it is 30 million. So 4 upon 30. If you do it, you'll get it 4 upon 30 as 0.133. So A you got it now. Now B. What is the formula for B? Tell me fast. Write in the comment section. Denominator, write it. Everyone at least write a denominator for B. Denominator. Everyone. Fast. Denominator for B. Correct? By that time, I'll tell you, subscribe to this Officers Adda 24/7 YouTube channel. In this channel, you will be getting all the latest updates for JIB and CAIIB, and number 2, free YouTube series on all the subjects of CAIIB as well as in JIB. So immediately subscribe to this, click on the bell icon. Okay, very important. Exams are very near. Okay. So B is what? R&S, reserves and surplus, retained earnings upon total assets. Retained earnings is what? It's given over there. See this. Reserves is given as what? 1 million. See this, 1 million. So mark it. So now what have we done up till now? 1, 2, and this third, right? Reserves. So it is 1 million. So 1 upon 30. Again, total assets is same. So 1 upon 30, 0.033. Got it? Everyone do the calculations yourself. These are simple ones. 1 upon 30. What is there? Use the calci, isn't it? So that's why I'm doing it fast over here. You can try it yourself. I would always suggest you to try it yourself. What about C? C is what? EBIT upon total assets. What is EBIT? EBIT is given somewhere. Let's see. What is EBIT given? See this EBIT. EBIT directly given 7 million. Many times they give you operating profit over here. Even if they give you operating profit, remember it's EBIT. Okay. So 7 million upon again 30. So 7 upon 30. Coming back. So 7 upon 30 is 0.233. Right. All these zeros will remove it, because after all there are 6 zeros. Million means 6 zeros. Billion means 9 zeros. 1000 means 3 zeros. Trillion means 12 zeros. Right. Simple. So see, now D is different. Everyone pay attention to D. D is different. Market value of the equity upon total liabilities. So it is different. So 7 by 50, isn't it? So 0.14, isn't it? Now E. E again, total assets, sales upon total assets. 80 upon 300. Figures are given over here. See here, same figures. You can just pause the video and watch the figures again. Okay. 8 upon 30. Sorry. Okay. So it is 8 upon 30. You get it over here. 8 upon 80 or 30, or what is this? 80 or 8? Let me see. 8 million. Sales is 8 upon 30. It should be 8 upon 30. So it should be E is 8 upon 30. 80 upon 300. So done. This 0, remove this 0. So 8 upon 30. It is what? 0.266. So now we have got all A, B, C, D, E. Now give me the figures. Weightages 1.2, 1.4, 3.3, 0.6 and 1. Isn't it? What did I tell you? How to remember it? Follow that again. 1.2, 1.4, 3.3, 0.6 and 1. Right? So write the figures. A is 0.133, B is 0.033, C is 0.233, D is 0.14 and E is 0.266. Just write the weightages into those ratios. You'll get it as 1.74. So Z is what? 1.74. My God, 1.74 means less than 1.8. So it is heading towards bankruptcy. It is strictly going towards bankruptcy. That's why this was an important case study. Okay, you have to remember these weightages and the ratios at any cost. Now let me discuss the batches. See the selection batch, ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL, all the 4 subjects are covered. Numericals, objective questions, case studies, everything is covered. You are getting huge discounts over here. Also you can join the Mahapack. In Mahapack you are getting 15 plus batches per subject. Use the code Y432. Never forget this code. Let me show you how to get go to this. Okay, let's go to Adda 24/7 and how to use this code. Okay, go to Adda 24/7. I would suggest you go through the app. Always download the app. Okay, so download the app. In that app you will be getting 1% extra. So let me show you. So this JIB and CIB on the front page itself. Click on JIB and CIB. Click on CIB 23. Clicked CIB 23. See this. Now the batches you will see. CIB selection batch. Okay. Now read the details. The days, timings, dates, study plan, everything is given. Go through it. Take your own time. I'll tell you importantly, recorded videos 24/7 are available anytime. E-books are available. Two-way interactive classes are available. E-books, two-way interactive classes, tests. Okay. So what all do you need? You have a limited time. In that you have to work, right? So click on more offers. See the 75% off. But click on more offers. Don't settle for 75. Put the code Y432. Y432. Now see the off is 75. Here it was. Coupon expired. Okay. So just put this code. I'll check this coupon. Okay. Use this code Y432 and you'll get this code 5999.75. My God. Here you get generally 77% off over here. So you'll get it over here. I'll just renew this coupon and importantly you'll get you can use this coupon code Y432 and get huge discounts over here. In fact you can go for Mahapacks also. In Mahapacks you are getting 15 plus batches per subject. Okay, 15 plus batches. Now in 15 plus batches means see this. Click on CIB ka Mahapack. Clicked. See the details. All the details are given over here. 15 plus batches for ABM, BFM, ABFM, BRBL. Right? Numericals. Then live videos for live recorded videos are available. Mock tests are available. You can read this at your ease. Mainly I'll tell you, if you have 15 plus batches and even if you attend the batch once, each batch once, it is a 15 time revision. Again click on more offers. Put the code Y432. Y432. Click on apply. Look at this. It is showing as expired, but it will again renew it. So use this code Y432. Okay, definitely use it. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another series. Till then, bye. Keep studying and importantly, join the classes ASAP. Okay.